Hey, Dodgers fans, let's talk about what just went down and why this team continues to cement itself in history. There's no denying it. The Dodgers have achieved something remarkable, something very few teams in Major League Baseball history have ever managed. Winning consecutive championships is no easy feat, and to do it with the consistency and poise the Dodgers have shown over the last few seasons is nothing short of extraordinary. You look at the records, and it's clear how rare this accomplishment really is. Only a handful of teams have ever won 3 World Series in a row. Think about that for a second. The Yankees have done it, the Athletics have done it, and that's about it. When it comes to 4 in a row, only one team in history has reached that mark, the Yankees. And if you push it even further to 5 consecutive championships, once again, the Yankees hold that record. So for the Dodgers to even attempt to reach that level, to at least tie the legendary Yankees, it takes not only skill, but an unrelenting commitment to excellence. And this team has proven over and over that they are capable of exactly that. From the very first day after last year's World Series, it was clear that the Dodgers were not going to rest on their laurels. Predictions were made, and they followed through. They ran it back, they defended their title, and they did it with the kind of resilience that only champions possess. There are critics, of course, always ready to question the legitimacy of a victory, always ready to say that the best team didn't win. But let's be honest with ourselves. The Dodgers earned every bit of their championship, and the stats, the performances, and the results speak for themselves. People like to bring up hypothetical scenarios, talking about how the Blue Jays might have had opportunities, how some might have believed in a David versus Goliath narrative. But that is where perception and reality diverge. The Dodgers demonstrated, game after game, that preparation, talent, and strategy outweigh mere wishful thinking. It wasn't always smooth. Game 1 was a wake-up call. The Dodgers got their butts kicked, plain and simple. The chance, the confidence of their opponents, even the narratives that were spun around them. None of it changed the fact that this team knew how to respond under pressure. They had the grit, they had the focus, and they had the pitching to carry them through. And that is what stands out when you analyze their victories. Pitching wins championships, and the Dodgers proved that beyond any shadow of a doubt. Their batting lineups might have faced challenges, their averages might not have been the highest. But when it came down to the moments that mattered most, the starting pitchers delivered, the bullpen held firm, and the defense executed with precision. Those elements combined are what secured back-to-back championships. And anyone trying to dismiss that achievement simply isn't paying attention. Let's talk about the narratives that emerged, though. There are claims that the Dodgers somehow ruined baseball, or that their dominance was unfair. Compare that to the era when the Yankees were winning 5 in a row, when no one complained about the integrity of the sport. Winning in professional sports is what drives competition. Other teams stop you by playing better, not by critiquing the champions. The Dodgers have mastered the art of competing at the highest level. Their organization, their management, their coaching, and most importantly, their players understand what it takes to win consistently, and they execute that vision with remarkable consistency. The chatter around who is the better team misses the point entirely. Hitter by hitter, player by player, when you break down the rosters, the Dodgers consistently outperform their competition. It may have taken 7 games, yes, but that speaks more to the challenges they faced rather than any deficiency on their part. Every series, every at-bat, every pitch was a testament to their championship mentality. You look at the history of baseball, and you recognize the names, the teams, the dynasties that left their mark. The Dodgers are now firmly in that conversation. Not just because they won, but because they did so under circumstances that demanded resilience, strategy, and an unwavering belief in their own abilities. And it's not just about the players. The organization's leadership, the front office decisions, the managerial strategies, all of it contributes to creating an environment where winning becomes a culture rather than a coincidence. Think about the broader implications, too. This kind of success in Los Angeles isn't isolated to baseball. With the same ownership involved in the Lakers, one can't help but wonder how the culture of winning might influence other sports franchises in the city. Will the Lakers adopt the same mindset, the same commitment to excellence, the same relentless pursuit of championships that the Dodgers have shown? It's an intriguing possibility, and one that could reshape the landscape of professional sports in Los Angeles for years to come. And speaking of history, the Dodgers' recent visit to the White House after last year's championship added another layer of legacy to their accomplishments. Traditions in baseball run deep. Routines are sacred, and this team understands the significance of honoring those traditions while continuing to push forward. There's a reason they are champions, and it goes beyond individual talent. It's a reflection of culture, preparation, and an understanding of what it takes to win repeatedly at the highest level. The numbers tell one story, the memories tell another, but when you combine them, you get a clear picture. The Dodgers are a modern dynasty, a team that has captured the imagination of fans while rewriting the records. Back-to-back titles are rare, and the way they have done it places them in an elite club alongside the likes of the Yankees and the Athletics. Looking at the last decade, the Dodgers have amassed 3 championships since 2020, 2 before that, meaning 5 titles in roughly 7 or 8 years. That's dominance, plain and simple. It's the culmination of vision, talent, and execution, and it's exactly why predictions about the Dodgers running it back again feel more like statements of fact than guesses. The momentum is undeniable, the culture is established, and the team has proven it knows how to perform when it matters most. Every critic, every skeptical voice, every narrative that tries to downplay their achievements only highlights the contrast between perception and reality. The Dodgers faced challenges, they overcame them, and they emerged as the rightful champions once again, proving why they belong at the top of the sport. And if history tells us anything, the potential for them to achieve even greater heights is very real. The Dodgers are not just repeating success, they're defining what it means to build a winning franchise, one that will be remembered for decades to come. Continuing from that, the Dodgers' journey this season has been full of moments that tested their resolve and showcased why they are among the elite. It wasn't simply about talent, it was about mental toughness, strategy, and execution under pressure. There were critics who claimed that Toronto had a better chance, that the Blue Jays should have dominated, or that somehow the Dodgers were not the best team. But those claims fall apart the moment you look at the actual games. Baseball is not just about batting averages or highlight reel moments. It is about pitching, defense, situational awareness, and making the right plays when it matters most. The Dodgers executed those elements flawlessly when it counted. Yes, Game 1 was a rough start, and yes, there were moments when it seemed like the momentum could swing in favor of their opponents. But the Dodgers adapted, adjusted, and elevated their play when it mattered most. That is what separates champions from the rest of the league. When you examine the pitching, it becomes even clearer why this team succeeded. Starting pitchers delivered quality innings consistently, while the bullpen came in to shut down any rallies, and defensive plays kept the opposition from gaining any foothold. The story is simple. Pitching wins championships, and the Dodgers prove that beyond any doubt. The Blue Jays may have had their moments, their chance, and their confidence, but baseball is a game where execution under pressure determines the outcome. And in that department, the Dodgers were unmatched. Even with a lower batting average at certain points, they found ways to score when it mattered, relying on discipline, smart base running, and clutch hitting. Every single player contributed to the victory, whether it was a crucial strikeout, a timely hit, or a defensive play that turned the momentum. These are the moments that define a championship team. And while some may try to paint the narrative as a David versus Goliath story, the reality is that the Dodgers consistently proved their superiority game after game. They responded to criticism with performance, not rhetoric, and they silenced doubters by demonstrating the kind of consistency that only championship-caliber teams can achieve. The accomplishments of this franchise are not limited to a single season. Over the last decade, they have demonstrated a sustained level of excellence that few teams can match. Their repeated visits to the postseason, their strategic roster construction, and their ability to develop and nurture talent are all part of the reason they continue to dominate. Beyond the field, the Dodgers' influence extends to the culture of sports in Los Angeles. With the same ownership structure also involved with the Lakers, there is speculation about whether a culture of winning could translate across franchises, setting new standards and expectations for success in the city. The Dodgers' success is not an isolated event. It represents a blueprint for how professional teams can cultivate winning habits, maintain discipline, and consistently perform at the highest level. Every decision, from roster management to coaching strategies, has been aimed at creating a team that can repeat its successes year after year. The back-to-back titles are not just a matter of luck. They're the product of a well-organized system, talent, preparation, and the ability to perform under pressure. This is why, when you consider the context of their achievements, it becomes clear that the Dodgers are establishing a modern dynasty. They have joined the ranks of historic franchises, the likes of the Yankees and Athletics, by proving they can not only reach the pinnacle, but stay there. Their achievements resonate beyond statistics. Fans, analysts, and even rivals recognize the level of commitment and professionalism required to win consecutive championships. And with every game, every postseason appearance, they continue to set a standard that others aspire to reach. It is not just about individual stars or singular moments of brilliance. It is about the collective effort, the culture of accountability, and the unwavering focus on excellence that define this team. Looking forward, the potential for further dominance remains strong. With a foundation built on experience, talent, and a culture of winning, the Dodgers are positioned not only to defend their titles, but to continue shaping the narrative of modern baseball. Their repeated success over the years is a testament to the strength of the organization, the skill of the players, and a leadership that guides them. Each season brings new challenges, new competitors, and new narratives, but the Dodgers have shown that they can consistently rise to the occasion. The lessons from this championship run and from back-to-back victories extend beyond baseball itself. It is about preparation, execution, adaptation, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. This is why the Dodgers are more than just a team. They're a model of what it means to compete at the highest level, a benchmark for others to measure themselves against, and a living example of why consistent success in professional sports is as much about discipline and strategy as it is about talent. Their place in history is secured, their legacy is growing, and the excitement for what comes next is palpable. Fans can look forward to more seasons of high-level competition, more moments that will be remembered for years, and the ongoing story of a team that refuses to settle, that continues to push the boundaries of excellence, and that proves time and again why they are, without question, champions. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are growing louder around Chavez Ravine, and the buzz has an unmistakable energy to it. Kyle Tucker, the star outfielder once synonymous with Houston's consistency, is reportedly making waves in Dodger blue, and fans can already feel the shift. Though nothing official has been confirmed, insiders close to the team suggest that Tucker's arrival has not only boosted morale, but also redefined what's possible for the Dodgers' outfield unit. The story began quietly enough, with murmurs of front office interest and late-night negotiations. But ever since Tucker appeared in workouts at Dodger Stadium, the rumor has taken on a life of its own. Observers say his presence has immediately elevated the tone of the practices. Sharper throws, crisper communication, and a visible jolt of confidence from his new teammates. The Dodgers, already boasting one of the most potent lineups in baseball, seem to have found that missing spark in Tucker's balanced mix of power, speed, and defensive precision. What makes this move, if indeed finalized, so intriguing is how naturally Tucker fits into the Dodgers' offensive rhythm. Known for his patient approach at the plate and his ability to turn any mistake into a run-producing swing, he offers the perfect complement to Los Angeles' lineup of heavy hitters. Early reports from inside the clubhouse hint that he's already making an impression not only with his bat, but also with his calm, professional demeanor, something that resonates deeply in a team with championship expectations. Fans have taken to social media with excitement, calling Tucker the final piece and envisioning a dream outfield capable of rivaling any in recent MLB history. Yet, as the front office remains silent, the whispers grow into something else: anticipation. Whether this rumor becomes reality or remains a tantalizing what-if, one thing feels certain. The idea of Kyle Tucker in Dodger blue has already lit a spark across Los Angeles. And if that spark catches fire, the rest of Major League Baseball may soon have another powerhouse to fear. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.